Welcome to Meet the Candidate. I am Linda Morris Smith. I have lived in Pitt County my entire life and in the Belleville area, north of the river, politically known as District 2. I will be introducing Commissioner Mary Perkins Williams, who is seeking re-election as Pitt County Commissioner representing District 2. I have worked with Commissioner Williams as I am a board member of the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association and co-chair of the Belleville Community Crime Watch, of which Commissioner Williams is a very supportive member. My questions to Commissioner Williams will focus on issues concerning District 2 and her role as a Pitt County Commissioner serving all of Pitt County. And at this time, I will introduce Commissioner Mary Perkins Williams, and we will start with our interview and our questioning, which will be rather informal. Thank you for listening and watching. Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mrs. Smith.
Commissioner Williams, please share some background information about your life, your family, and career.
I was born right here in Pitt County in the same area. My parents were farmers. They bought their farm in the northern part near the airport. My father was a Methodist AME Zion minister, and my mother was a Free Will Baptist deaconess. So we had a full household of different Christianities in the house. I was born as a change of life baby. So my parents, who were uneducated, I had to assist them with getting prepared to register to vote when it became that time. So I've been in politics a little while. I went to undergraduate school at North Carolina Central University. North Carolina Central University, which is located in Durham. And I received my master from the University of South Carolina at Columbia in information science. I worked at East Carolina University from July 1970 until I retired in 1998. So I've had a lifetime experiences in Pitt County. Love Pitt County. This is home.
Your family?
My family. My husband and I had 2 children. My daughter is currently RN working at Wake Med, and my son is employed at East Carolina University in the iTech department here at East Carolina University.
I think, of course, the next question.
You know what? I
Yes,
forgot.
ma'am?
I got 7 grandchildren, and I better
Wow.
call but tell you that.
Yeah, you better mention that.
Yeah, I have 7 grandchildren.
7 grandchildren. Yes. Commissioner, lead in from that is, why did you desire to become a Pitt County Commissioner?
I became Pitt County. I've always been concerned about the area, but I was asked at the time to run when the incumbent had expressed that he would not be running. So there were some residents in the community who asked me to go for it. So I said, "You're going to support me?" And they said yes. And so I filed to run for the position.
Well, and the next question is then, why are you seeking re-election for a second term?
I'm seeking re-election because there are some things that we have identified that need to be done. We've talked about drainage, but it is yet to be seen in the community. And I want to continue that effort since I had initiated it with the county. I know we have had one presentation with the Board of Commissioners in session relating to drainage. And so there are other things that need to be done. And some things are happening right now, but it's not as widespread as I hope the county would take on. And there is another one. The area is full of a lot of mobile homes, and I've been working with the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association to address repair. It's a program that the county has called rehabilitation of homes, and they've been helping repair some homes that where the residents are not able to repair. And I'm very proud of that effort. And I'm hoping that we can further extend that program to replace some home with stick-built homes and maybe change the culture and the climate out there. There's one project that I partner with, speaking of mobile home parks. The parks around Belleville Elementary School has been purchased by new owners. I met the owners, and they have done tremendous and
I've
wonderful,
noticed that. Yes, ma'am.
wonderful jobs as far as updating that property and going forth. And they are working on improving it even further. So I'd like to continue that partnership with the owners of those parks.
So in seeking re-election, then you've got several agendas then that you want to, you mean, share with the commissioners.
Yes. In addition to what I'm doing, I like to continue that effort and maybe work on those things that we have on the drawing board. Some things you are aware of that we've not mentioned, the youth in our area have nothing really to do. They have to drive a long ways or walk a long way to get to even a playground area. So there are some things on the drawing board that we are working on.
Thank you, Commissioner. I like that. Sounds very, very good. We need that. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Commissioner Williams, District 2, as I said, we both live there. District 2 has an industrial park.
Yes.
Now, please explain the benefits and successes of this park as best you can at this point.
This industrial park is a great asset to the community at large. It brings tax dollars, and the government cannot operate without tax dollars. So every industry that comes into Pitt County and is located in the park, we tend to gain, whether we are residents or government entities. They make contributions to other nonprofits, and they are very in tune to what's happening. The park itself, the dollars, main thing for government, but for residents, the opportunity for jobs. Jobs feed the family, house the family, clothe the family, and help the family to grow. So by having access, close access to job, it reduces the amount of time it takes to drive. It reduces the amount of time it takes on the highway. And it also builds income from the family by lack of buying more gas to get there.
Well, my follow-up question relates then directly to that. And that question is, yes, we have the industrial park. And when, of course, I live there, and I go to the grocery store there. And I also go to some of the fast food restaurants there by the industrial park. And I noticed that a lot of the employees eat at these fast food restaurants. But this question is, well, what is lacking north of the river in terms of businesses, job opportunities, retail stores, recreational facilities?
Well, let's cover the recreational facilities. At the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association, we do have a flyer that lists all of the recreation facilities, with the top one being at Alice King Park. But Alice King Park does not have the River Park North. At the River Park North, we have paddle boats, we have fishing, and outdoor activities. You can play volleyball, badminton, and I haven't seen a tennis court, but at least they're outdoor recreation for families. And as a rural family, you can go there for picnics and cookouts because it has shelters and a place for a big drill to be pulled in. So we do have some recreational facilities, the school grounds. Last summer, we did have access to Belleville Elementary School because there's a lot of people living around that you could go to use that playground for a short period of time, and then it is relocked or resecured. Maybe I should say secured, so that no unwanted activities could be taking place. And so the advantage of that, now businesses otherwise, north of the river does not have a single banking institution. It is more than 150 miles in radius. North of the river doesn't have, yes, it does have a drugstore in Bethel. That drugstore or pharmacy in Bethel has been there a long time. So I can't say that it doesn't have a pharmacy, but it doesn't have one that's closer to the city of Greenville, where most of the industrial traffic is. As far as retail, a lot of guests of the county comes in on major thoroughfares. 264, Highway 11 and 13 is a straight shot from Norfolk, which is the water area for this, and travel to Wilmington. We don't have any retail stores where it is convenient for most residents to do a wide variety of shopping. I'm going to mention this because every so often, not only you, others, when is Walmart coming?
That's the question.
The Super Walmart was scheduled to come, and I've been asked that question and still get asked the question. Right now, we don't know. At first, I was told that it would come maybe the next 5 years. But since then, I've been told that it does have the 4-digit number now. Every Walmart has 4-digit numbers assigned. It has a 4-digit number, but I don't, and I've written to the home office for Walmart, and I've not been given a favorable answer. They're readjusting, and I'm still hoping and trusting and having faith and confidence that they will build on the property that they have purchased right behind the Sheet area. Because when Walmart comes, it brings other stores, other small stores that is there, and it gives us shopping. Therefore, it wouldn't take away from already economically deprived people to have to drive farther than anyone else to get goods and services they need to run their home. We do have there's a new family dollar store coming up north side of the river, soon to open, I'm told. And then we have a family dollar store in the Belvoir community, and one in Dollar General in Belvoir, and a Dollar General in Bethel. The residents in Stokes, I've met with them, and they're pursuing ownership of property to get one of those type stores in the Stokes area. So we're moving. Government works with patience, but it doesn't work very fast.
Thank you, Commissioner. Of course, I mean, when I see you, I'm always interested in when is Walmart coming. So thank you for mentioning that.
Yes.
During flood, my husband and I were, Matthew, we were riding around in the area, lots of the roads were closed, and we said, if only we could have a Walmart. That would have been nice. I could have gotten what I wanted there, locally.
Yes.
All right, next question or comment, Commissioner. You created the nonprofit, the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association.
Yes.
Why did you feel the need for that organization or association?
While I was running in 2014, there was a lot of talk about being accessible to me. Many of the men were saying, well, you're a female, we have to go to your house. I did not want them to feel any uncomforts or any hindrances to having access to the knowledge that your tax dollars provide for me through training and learning experience. So I created the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association after talking with another candidate who said that that's a good idea. And I thought to do that, the services that I can provide under that organization will be something that the community can have credit with. And I can have access to various residents, such as yourself, openly without hindrance. You can come to the office, talk with me, share your ideas and opinions, and I can go to the county and try to become that bridge that any of the residents in our areas or needed to between the county government and their home life. This is what the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association has allowed me to do. I've been in there every day as much as I can outside of training and learning. You know, I did not know as a county commissioner that it would be so time consuming if you do a good job. And I didn't want to be representing people without placing my best foot forward and giving them time, energy, and resources. And creating the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association has provided me with the opportunity to do just that for any resident in Pitt County and for anyone coming through and would like to know information about the district and how the government may work. That's what Northern Pitt County has done. And then it gave me access to the youth. As you know, we are building. We just introduced the Northern Teens.
That's correct.
And the young men you are very proud of, and so am I. So that is something that's just on the table, and we're hoping that it will grow.
By the way, these young teens are students at North Pitt High School.
Yes, students. And the parents have expressed that they would like for their youth to get involved, their children. And I have several retirees who wants to mentor those teens, and I'm looking forward to working for that with any family's child who would like to go. If you notice, when I refer to children, I refer to them as children and not a kid. I want our young people to know that they have their own private identity, such as children or child, and nothing compares with that of a lower class animal. So I don't like using kid. I want to call a child a human being identity, such as a child or children. So that's what that is. And you know, we didn't say how many board members we have, but we have a very diverse board, and I'm very excited about it.
And I've had the pleasure of working with those young men.
Yes.
In the youth program for North Pitt, I have been impressed. We need more of that, Commissioner, north of the river. We need to
we will
expand that program.
We will expand it and grow it, but it takes time. You know, you just can't snap your finger and it happens just like that. You have to first get that light up here, and then you have to determine the process in which you will approach the idea.
So you're happy with Northern Pitt County Improvement Association since you were the creator? You're satisfied that it's on the right track?
I'm satisfied that it's on the right track, and I'm satisfied that it has have a building that we can use as a center for the community. And I'm pleased that we have obtained some funding for that organization to help with the programs that we're doing by getting the building and maintaining. It's expensive. Utilities are not cheap. Communication is not cheap.
Where is this building located?
It is located at 2197 Old River Road. And I've been looking for a facility, and I thought when I first became elected, I had a place in Pactolas. But since then, the ownership of that property has changed hands, and we've not been able to get in there on a regular basis. But I was told recently that we can have some open hours so that those residents would not have to drive far to have access to the information that I may be able to share with them.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's we're still working on.
What about in areas like Bethel? Would there be a small office there, or is that accessible to those people?
Well, Bethel would. They can. I've tried going to their town hall, their city council meeting, which is on Tuesday night. But sometimes my schedule with government priorities, and training and going, I just can't get to all of them. But I am in constant communication with the mayor of Bethel, and hopefully she can share with me some of their needs. The mayor and I, Bethel is the only municipalities in the district, and we do have constant communications. So there are some things that we want to expand on it. A lot of it requires daytime activity.
Yeah, just as a reminder, and I've become aware of this myself, when we say north of the river, District 2, that's a large area, very large area.
Yes, it starts at, let's say, Evans Street at what used to be 5 Points and travel west on 5th Street. Go to Martin Luther King Highway Boulevard, which is a 4-lane road, and then you turn left and head north. Everything, all of the residents and property in that area is on the north side is part of the District 2, which is a very small part of the city of Greenville proper. So that's north of the north side of 5th Street, and everything from Edgecombe, Martin, and Beaufort County line as far as Pitt County. That's District 2.
So that involves, that's Stokes Pactolus?
Yes.
That's Bethel?
Yes.
Belvoir?
Yes.
All those areas?
Yes, yes, indeed. Meadowbrook and Morewood is in District 2, and so is the 14th Street housing project. So it's a large area. And Matthew, I learned just how much it took out of the gas tank when I was doing it.
Thank you, Commissioner. My next question or comment is, Pitt County, as you know, you've already alluded to that, has severe trash issues along our highways.
Yes.
What recommendations will you suggest to the county commissioners as to trash issues and litter cleanup and overall appearance of our roads and communities, especially District 2?
All right. As your representative, as a commissioner for District 2, many residents on any part of the county just doesn't know the duty and job of a commissioner. We do not go out and pick up trash, although you see me do that. I do that because I love where I live and I want it to look better. So I have done a area cleanup, a District 2 trash pickup. I've asked churches to adopt the highway where they have their faith home, which is their church home. I've asked organizations to adopt certain portions, and then Northern Pitt County has a part of Old River Road because that's where their center is located, and it's a 2-mile stretch. So I have used that program with the North Carolina Adopt a Highway plan to push to get the trash up. Now, I have a flyer at Northern Pitt County Improvement Association that say to residents, pick up your trash in your own yard every day. And if there's not a house on the opposite side where you live and you live along a highway, pick up the trash across in front of you. And that is important because our residents want the development. You talked about industrial. There's a difference between commercial development and industrial development. We want development. And in order, who wants to establish $1 million facility next to a yard full of trash, or on a road where trash is so visible it's embarrassing? So it can help us if each resident pick up their own trash. You know, just like get the mope out of your eyes before you look for the mope in mine. You clean up your own yard, and then it can help the area grow. And I am able to maybe convince some more developers. That Walmart manager who toured the district with me made some very shocking comments to me when I drove him around in my car. I'm thankful that he went. He said to me, I'd like to see what our company can do to get that family out of that mobile home in that hog pen. If we were on the 4-lane highway, heading towards Bethel, and I had to say to him, I'm so sorry. Although we need your development, I cannot have you leave me thinking that there is a family living in that mobile home. No one lives in that home. And I've been trying to convince that owner of that pen to put up a privacy fence. I said, I believe I can help get some men to help you put a privacy fence up, because I was in one development meeting with Wanda Yuhua, who's director of development. He came from Australia, and he rode into Greenville coming from, would you believe it, Martin County. It was in, what's the name of that town before you get to Williamston?
Robertsonville?
Not Robertsonville, that's further. She is, I want to say Beargrass. It was Beargrass. He had been to Beargrass looking at land.
Right.
And I was in the room when he spoke about leaving Beargrass, which is in Martin County, and coming to Pitt County. And of course, you know, my antennas went up, and I said, coming through that way, oh my lands. And I didn't ask, but I want people to see the best that we have to offer. Pitt County has a slogan, best in the East. And it takes all of us to make it even better. And by picking up that trash and doing it, I was going to have another one this month, but my schedule is not going to allow it. But I still will put forth another pickup. So be prepared, residents, to look for me to say, we need to have another cleanup, and maybe we can do something about it. Can I say this? I want to, since we're on trash and litter, thank the Pitt County Department for planning and development. See, our county development is in the planning department, and it also houses the development department and the environmental department. That they are the ones that sees to that kind of thing. And Mr. Rose has been a yeoman with assistance. I have really loved having to work with them.
Well, my concern is, you know, I live out in the Belleville area, is the main thoroughfare of Highway 33.
Yes.
East and west, and the presentation of it.
Yes.
Which at the present moment is, I don't consider business-like in any way.
Right.
So, you know, because that's the way we travel.
Yes.
Tarboro traffic comes that way, Greenville, back and forth. So
yes.
Highway 33 is a major concern of mine.
Yes, I know. I'm aware of that, and you've called me about Stokes Road as well. But
absolutely.
So we do need that next cleanup, and the county just can't afford to hire someone to do that. And
so, Commissioner, excuse me, but so if we have questions about trash, or do we call the DOT, or how? I mean, as the general public or citizens, whom do we contact?
You can go online and go to the DOT site, and you can register a complaint there.
Okay.
You can call the Pitt County government planning department, and they address it. You can even call me, and I will call the planning department.
Absolutely.
Because
Okay.
that's, I'm told, I've learned who handles certain activities, although I've assisted with it.
Of course, you know, we're going to wrap it up here now, Commissioner.
Okay.
You know, we've got a lot. We could talk now for hours, could we not?
Yes, you and I do.
Right. But we have other issues, you know, and I'm not going to ask you to comment on that, but it's here we're going to move on to closing. But concerns, you know, about school security issues
Yes.
certainly is in the forefront now.
Yes.
And I know you have that on your plate.
Yes, yes, yes. I recently returned to Greenville from a training session of federal legislative conference in Washington, D.C. And when the father of the young lady who's missing called me.
You mean
And
that's local?
Yes.
A local case,
She
yes, ma'am.
is from here in our district,
Absolutely.
North Pitt. He was crying, and I said, I'll do whatever I can do. And I don't know the pain. I've never had that to happen. But I can understand his hurt, and I can feel the pain just talking with him. And I would like to say that every parent should, every adult should be talking with our young people. Someone might know just a little piece of information that you can share that may know. And I'm glad the community have come together for that in Bethel at New Inn Chapel.
As a retired educator,
yes.
that is my number one concern.
Yes.
School safety, school security,
Yes.
and I'm sure it's yours
Yes.
too.
Yes, indeed.
In closing, thank you, Commissioner Williams, for sharing your comments and thoughts with us today. I'm giving you now this opportunity to make your closing comments, if you would, please.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for doing this impromptu interview.
Absolutely.
And thank you for the questions that you prepared.
My pleasure.
And I did not have time to come up with questions or anything, but I appreciate your commitment to the county by serving on the board of the Northern Pitt County Improvement Association. And I appreciate the support that you and your husband Rick has given keeping this sign up. I like to say to the residents, I'm real in my feelings for the community. I lived there all of my life. I love where I live. But if we are going to improve on anything, it's going to take all of us, regardless of religion, regardless of race, regardless of creed, regardless of whether or not we have a faith. It takes all of us locking hands, embracing each other to get the job done. It does not fall on one person. Although my eyes can't be everywhere, but I am looking whenever I travel the area because I do serve on a number of boards as commissioner to represent you throughout. I'd like to thank the residents for all the cooperation that they've given, and even the excited ones play a part in it. But I'd like to thank all of you for all the support you've given me, and we can continue to build and make Northern Pitt County better than anyone else can see it to be and know it to be.
Absolutely.
And I like to wish the North Pitt girls the best at the tournament. We gave you a welcome home celebration, Mrs. Smith. Remember we did
Absolutely.
that when you won the championship?
You think another one's in order?
Yeah, bring the trophy home,
let's do it. Yeah.
boys and girls.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you to the viewers. I wish to express my support for the re-election of Commissioner Mary Perkins Williams. I have found her to be very accessible. She has worked hard and has represented District 2 with integrity and determination. Please put your confidence in her and vote for Commissioner Williams as your District 2 Commissioner. Early voting begins April the 19th. The actual election day, May the 8th, 2018. So please vote, and I certainly hope you have enjoyed and learned some things with this session about your commissioner, and we thank you for listening. Good day.